Do you know there's certain items that you need to know when you're in the ATM business to make you an ATM business pro? Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to give you 5 ATM business tips that'll make you a seasoned veteran and a pro. Hi, I'm Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, and we help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Without further ado, the dirty little secrets of the ATM business. Secret number 1. So, you're doing your research, you decide you're going to buy an ATM, maybe you buy an ATM from a local guy, and they set you up with processing. You're like, okay, this is great, this guy's going to help me. You get your ATM, the guy comes over, they program the ATM, and you're fine. Months go down the road, and you know what? You're having problems reaching the guy. You got this question, you got that question. The guy's sketchy, he's not answering the phone, and now you're faced with, hey, I want to increase the surcharge, but I can't because I went in to do it and I don't have the password. So now you're like, well, how do I do that? You find somebody else. Hey, somebody else will help you, get you over onto their platform, and now you can do this. But now you can't get into the programming. You don't have the master passwords to get into the program where you need to change anything. All right, sometimes people give you those master passwords, but then when you go to load the keys in there, you need the master key codes to get into where you load the key, Mac encryption keys, and you don't have that. Now, on a Gen Mega, it's not that big of a deal. You can work with, let's say, a new ISO or a local ISO that will help you talk to Gen Mega. Then you can blow out the passwords and you can put your passwords on and you can reprogram the ATM. On Nausiosum, it's a little more complicated, not much more. All we do is we just blow out the whole ATM and we reprogram it from scratch. Not a big deal either way, but main thing you want to know is what you guys need to ask is, if you're buying an ATM, say, I need to see this master password. I need to see the master passwords for programming. And some ISOs and some guys will say, hey, that's our code. We don't give that out to anybody. And give me a generic one. I don't need, just give it to me all 7s or all 6s. Just give me a generic key code that I can get in there. I don't need yours. I just need a generic. This will ensure you that, you know what, that guy's going to be on his best behavior and he won't steer you wrong. Now, here at PDQ, we always give you those key codes so you can do whatever you guys want to do if we're not doing the right business for you. Point number 2 is balance inquiries. I see it in the chats. A lot of people are talking about balance inquiries. They're saying, oh, how do I surcharge balance inquiries? Or we offer free balance inquiries. Truth be told, is Visa and MasterCard have put in strict policies that you cannot surcharge. That's what we're talking about here. Surcharge balance inquiries. So in the ATM business, we've tried for years to do this because we're always looking for new ways to make money. You know what? Charging 50 cents, charging 25 cents for a balance inquiry, isn't that out of line? However, the banks, they're charging $1, $2, $3 a lot of times for balance inquiries. So if you go up to one of the PDQ ATMs, you do a balance inquiry, it's free at the terminal. However, whoever's bank you're using, if you're using Chase is going to probably ding you $1 up to $3 just to check your balance. So we thought in the ATM business, this is a little unfair that Chase can step on our ATM, but we can't even charge, and we're providing service. So we've tried to change this policy for years. It's been unsuccessful. We're still trying. We just have to get some of the language in Visa and MasterCard to agree to change this language. But be hopeful, but right now you can't do it. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you a checklist on how to start the ATM business the right way, even if you have 0 experience in business. In this checklist, I will share with you the 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business so you can build a passive income source for your family. You'll have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success so you can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Dirty secret number 3 is the SLA, the location agreement, the contract, the paper, however you want to name it. You got a lot of names for it. It's basically the piece of paper that spells out exactly what you're going to do in a location, what your responsibilities are, and how you're going to share that revenue. Are you paying a commission? Are you not paying a commission? And how long before you have to pay a commission, or thresholds and how you do things in the business on your ATM business. It also secures your position in the store. So it might look like, hey, I'm going to put my ATM in here. We're responsible for paying you guys a commission. We're going to provide all the service. You got to make sure that no other ATM is in this store besides ours. If you have a problem, call us and we'll fix it. We'll solve any kind of issues there are. And then we'll pay you commission at the end of the month. That's something basically what the agreement's going to say. Now, it also keeps you secure in the location for an amount of time. It's usually somewhere about 5 years. I highly recommend you go with a 5-year agreement. Now, a lot of people go with less, but a lot of people go with more. So you want to get the most amount you can, and this is going to be your negotiation tool to keep. So if the location, they want more surcharge, you might want a longer location rate. They want less surcharge, maybe you go with a shorter location rate. But this is a little secret, because when you're looking for locations and then you stumble upon a location and it's constantly out of money, and you say, oh, hey, I can put my ATM here. You talk to the business owner. Business owner says, yes, this guy's terrible. I want him out of here. And so you buy your ATM, you're ready to go, and then you find out the store owner says, you know what? This guy already has a location agreement. I didn't realize that he's still good. I signed it years ago. I thought it's done. So this is something you guys got to be aware of, but it's also, now that you know, because watching this video, you can prepare yourself so you don't have to buy an ATM and then all of a sudden you can't get into that location. Point number 4. So I went to the store, Phil. There was an old ATM. The store owner bought the store, and now there's this old ATM in the store. He doesn't really know how to use it, but he wants to maintain that ATM. I want to put a brand new one in. I told him about the benefits of having a brand new one. He says, well, I can get all the revenue here. How do I handle a situation like that? What do I do? Now, we talk about this in our course, these kind of situations all the time, but I'm going to give you a little tip. This is a long process in the ATM business, but what we got to do is you just got to, it's kind of like dating, you just got to do a little and then a little bit more. You know, maybe what you do in this situation, you offer them processing, you offer to repair his ATM, and then as the ATM gets old, you can work your way into repairing it and replacing it. But that's one of the ways to get in when you run across that the store owner has an old ATM and he wants to continue using that old ATM. But make sure you guys get the processing on that, and you're doing that with a little service agreement so you can make some money. And point number 5, this is one that a lot of times I struggle with, because you know what? We make a good deal into the location to start a relationship, and then that person refers us to another one, but they want that same deal. Don't make the mistake. I've made it, I've stopped it, but I did make it early on in my career where I'm giving a good deal to the first store owner. They tell their brother, their cousin, their nephew, their uncle, their aunt, say, oh, go with PDQ, they'll do this. And then they expect that. Now, maybe the first location was a dynamite location. Locations 2, 3, 4, 5, not so much, but you're given that sweetheart deal. You know what? You gotta cut that out. Position yourself and say, look, that deal was for Stan. This deal, we can get to Stan's level, but Stan does a tremendous amount of value. If you hit X, I wouldn't mind sharing that revenue with you, but it's all based on performance. It's not a friendship deal. I'm in business to make money. The store owner, you're in business to make money. And so we have to respect each other, that we're in business to make money. But I don't mind sharing if you hit the value. So you gotta put thresholds on there so you guys can save giving away that extra surcharge or that limited amount of agreement on the contract. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. The top 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time for your family. So if you're interested in starting your ATM journey today, click the link down below and start right now. Again, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys very much.